Taiwan's military says it's shot down a drone hovering over one of its island outposts just off of the Chinese coast. It's the latest escalation since last month and the visit by U.S. Speaker of the House of Representatives Nancy Pelosi to Taipei. We've since seen drills by China, the firing of missiles into the Taiwan Strait, and now the shooting down of this drone. Well, for more, let's turn to François Chih-Chung Wu, diplomatic representative from Taiwan and France, which does not have formal relations with Taiwan, but unofficially, you're the ambassador. Thanks for being with us.
I just can say officially I'm ambassador. Just France don't recognize Taiwan.
All right.
The sovereignty of Taiwan is not decided by France. So officially, I think I'm ambassador, and it's for the dignity of my country. I hope that everyone can call me ambassador.
Well, let's call you Excellency. How's that?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Let's start with the latest here.
Yeah.
The shooting down of this drone. What more do we know?
Okay, since the visit of Nancy Pelosi, everyone knows that China is trying to use military force to conquer Taiwan, and making all the countries in the region very worried about it. So I think every country in the region try to calm down the situation and try not to show some kind of action to make China angry.
Because on Tuesday there were warning shots fired at another drone, and now this incident where they actually shot it down.
Yeah, and I just want to tell you the reason. It's because in the past, China sent several times this type of drone, and we don't want to shut down them because, shut down something shows some kind of hostility. But later, China present in public a lot of image, and I think it's want to show that our defense was useless, and also so it's making Taiwanese people very angry, and the President Taiwan is saying that we cannot accept this anymore. So to show that also to show to the world and Taiwanese people that our defense can do something, we decided to shut down all the kind of objects not identified. And I think it's very important for the moral of Taiwanese people, and also to show that China cannot do any more this kind of aggressive action.
But I don't see any daylight right now. On Wednesday, Beijing announcing the date for a crucial Communist Party Congress in October.
Yeah.
Do you fear that this tension is going to continue all the way to the Party Congress?
I think this tension certainly will continue. But again, I always said that we don't know how the President of China, Xi Jinping, is thinking about the Chinese intention is real, but what Chinese decide to do, we don't know. So how the tension will continue or upgraded until what kind of level, it really depends on the thinking of Mr. Xi, the President of China. It's not our capability to know about that.
Again, it all began with this visit by the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives to Taipei.
Yeah.
People don't follow closely. Were surprised. Were you surprised by that visit?
Of course, I was surprised by this visit because before that it was a secret. But since it was announced, I think I'm not surprised that Nancy Pelosi visited Taiwan, because it's very important, I think, for Taiwan and for the democratic world to show that the red line is not fixed by China. It is not the first time that a speaker of the United States visit Taiwan. In 1997, Gingrich visited Taiwan, and China don't react so strongly. And more, we can find that China decided to fix a red line to try to isolate Taiwan, and to even prepare to use a military force to attack Taiwan. So this visit, I think, it was necessary to show that we cannot accept that authoritarian system fix the red line. And this, I think, the military maneuver was even condemned by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the G7. and plus European Union. So again, this kind of action is not allowed. The red line cannot be fixed by China, and this is the message that the visit of Nancy Pelosi are sending to the world.
And it's the first of several. We had a second visit by a second U.S. delegation. It's been since. And now you're facilitating a visit by French senators taking place next week.
Yeah.
How much do you feel, when you look at within France, is the support the same as it is in the United States for Taiwan?
I think we cannot compare the support of France to the U.S., but in general, it's the same support from a democratic country, especially from France. It's very important. After the visit of Nancy Pelosi, the U.S. continued to send 3 delegations, and we also received the support from a Japanese deputy. And this delegation from France will be the first from a leading European country. Later, we will also have visit from Germany in October, and then in November, normally Great Britain also will send, the United Kingdom will send also a delegation to Taiwan. And all this kind of delegation from the parliament show that the world is still very concerned by stability of the region, since China have very successful to impose that we cannot have any exchange with other government. So again, this kind of visit from the parliamentary of the free world is very important for the moral of Taiwan to resist the pressure from China, but as well as for the stability of the region, and also it's for the interest of the world.
And let me ask you about the big headline today, which is the UN issuing this long-awaited report on Xinjiang province, saying that there is the possibility that there are indeed war crimes taking place there. China brushing it off as a patchwork of wrong information, saying that it was done by people who were in the pocket of the West. Is this just another report, or does this matter?
I think it matters. Again, what more we talk about Taiwan, more we talk about Hong Kong, more we talk about Xinjiang or Tibet, it will always be a very good thing. And I'm very happy that the UN began to talk some kind that happened very bad inside China. You know, Taiwan is a taboo inside the United Nations. I always say that only 2 kinds of people cannot enter the building of United Nations. I'm saying to enter physically, personally, not to be member. Terrorism and Taiwanese. So at least now UN can talk about something happened inside China that we should be very concerned, and hoping that in the future UN also will begin to talk about what happened in Taiwan, because it's a very serious, we have a very serious conflict happening between China and Taiwan, and it concerns not only our values that we share together, but also interests of the world.
Many cautious when it comes to criticizing Beijing. But it seems perhaps there is a shift in, is that shift, as you mentioned there, linked to the fact that, well, the world has become a more isolated place since COVID, and the fact that the Chinese perhaps are trading a little less, or that there is less interaction, is making Western countries bolder?
It's a problem. You are right that when China is isolated herself, it's created a big problem. So parliamentary visiting Taiwan, it's something that you show you are concerned with the region, but also I think we also encourage the world continue to have dialogue with China, to continue to have exchange with China. I think the objective of the world is not to isolate China. China is there. China is a huge country, is a great country, and we need to work with them. But it not mean that we should be agree of what everything that China is decided. So continue to dialogue, to exchange between a different country, different world, different civilization is the most important thing. And I think it's also a very important role of United Nations.
Your Excellency, so many thanks for being with us.
My pleasure. Thank you.
François Chih-Chung Wu, diplomatic representative from Taiwan in France, and who's facilitating the visit next week of that French senatorial delegation. Thanks for being with us.